What is up, guys, and welcome back to episode number 99 now of the Leeds United career mode, or just the career mode if you will, because this is a series that seems to be the most loved by everybody on the channel. So it's back again. We're closing in on the Champions League final, looking to get there today. We have our semi-final against Liverpool. It's all looking pretty damn good. The only thing we have to do is beat Liverpool. Now, we've done it numerous times already in the Prem, but the chances are, you know, it's always a different kettle of fish when you're playing in something like the Champions League. All of a sudden, Liverpool are probably going to turn into the real life, I want to call it, well, who's a really good team? Like, who's actually, I'd probably say Germany are dominant, they are pretty good. So, let's call them the real life Germany, sort of. It's going to be an interesting one in this Champions League semi-final, to say the least. But we have a few semi-final, or not what am I talking about, we have a few simmed games is what I meant to say there. The first of which comes at the hands away from home against Everton. We managed to actually win it, coincidentally, 2-0, which is surprising to say the least, because normally, when you sim away games, you don't tend to win them, but we did there, so I'm pretty happy with that one. But you can see the league table, not really bothered. We obviously lost against Arsenal, so our unbeaten run is gone and buried at this point. We can't be unbeaten in the Premier League. It is what it is. We have to just move on. But you guys have spoken in numbers in the comment section below. You guys asked me if we could actually carry on this series. So I'm going to throw it out to you guys. I said to you guys, let me know if I'm not going to carry it on or stop it. And you guys have said carry it on. So at the end of this season, there will be a few clubs for us to go to. And I'll leave it up to you guys. I'll throw it into a straw poll after the Champions League semi-final. We're in it now. And then, of course, next episode is the last one. So whether or not we get through to the Champions League final, we'll have to wait and see. And if we do, in fact, get through there, if we don't, I've still got a couple of games saved up just in case, because I tried to play 2 games in the last episode of the season. So I've saved 2 Premier League games in advance, knowing that we may not get through to that final. We'll just have to wait and see. So we've got 2 Prem games to come, and then, of course, if we do get through the Champions League final, and then I'll be throwing it to a vote for you guys to suggest who we should move to. Now, you're all suggesting Bundesliga and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, I can only give you guys what the game chooses for me. So if you want me to continue the series, and you have said, most of you, I can see from the comments, I don't know if a few guys have asked me not to as well, then I'll obviously give you that vote and you can decide for yourself. But that will be still to come probably in the next episode, probably episode 100 actually, which will be episode 100 already of this series to come, which is mental. So we've got a bunch of stuff to go through in the next few episodes. But guys, the all-important episode is here. Liverpool in the semi-final of the Champions League. As I said to you, we've played them numerous times in the Prem. We've got the better of them on most occasions. This problem here is we're playing in the Champions League. This is totally different, and this is a big, big game. You can see Anthony Martial is the player to watch. 3 goals in his last 3 appearances in that Leeds United shirt. And the thing is, guys, our team is incredible. This is the reason why I don't want to stay here again. Otherwise, I will be continuing this series on hands down with Leeds. The only reason I don't want to stay here is because the team's too good at this point. It's too good. Like, I have numerous amounts of players. I think I've got about 4 or 5 players with 99 long shots, which is just mental. To have 4 or 5 players that can hit a strike from the edge of the area or even further and know that it's possibly going to go in, if not be hitting the target every time, it's mental. So it seems to be we've got too good a team. And you can see there, the first half of football, I absolutely dominated Liverpool. We had 9 shots, 5 on target, and Liverpool did not have 1 in that first half, which is just crazy. So this team at the moment is pretty damn good, and I showed you it straight from halftime. El Ghazi dispossesses Renato Sanchez, one of the players we were looking at for this series, goes for on goal, and he is back, ladies and gentlemen. Anwar El Ghazi, the hero of the series, the man we brought in from Middlesbrough for £6 million, and Souleymane Dakara has got us the opening goal of the Champions League semi-final, first leg. My only objective from this one was to not concede and not give away an away goal in this one, and knowing that, I made sure that we did not concede it here and managed to get the opening goal of the game as well. El Ghazi, wonderful strike. Karius could not reach it, and we took the lead in fantastic style here at Ellen Road. So, comfortable start to this game. Good way to start it as well. If you want to go into a Champions League final, we, of course, are looking to retain the Champions League final. We need to make sure we're winning these games quite comfortably. And there's a possibility, guys. This is how good this could be to set up. There is a possibility we could be playing Manchester United in the final. Could you imagine the scenes in real life? Leeds United playing Manchester United in a Champions League final. What a game that would be. But of course, we can't get too ahead of ourselves because there's still time for Liverpool to break our hearts. They almost did it there, but Lou made a good save in the 70th minute of the game. Cross gets whipped in. Lou, fantastic save yet again. And Kante, the little man, is there to clear the ball away and make sure the score stays 1-0. So a very good first leg in the semi-final of this game against Liverpool here. So a comfortable win, in my opinion. You can see by the match facts. Dominant performance. It could have been easy, though, 1-1 with that last chance there of the game. If Lou doesn't make those 2 saves and then Kante doesn't clear that ball, we could have been conceding the away goal. I did not want to concede, but thankfully, it didn't happen. And this would be absolutely incredible, guys, to finish here at Leeds possibly finish here at Leeds. I don't know if I can come back at some point during this save file, but to finish at Leeds, to possibly have a Champions League final against Manchester United, I will be so stoked for that game if it happens. And there's one important thing, we can't lose it. If we lose that one and only game to Manchester United, I will be gutted. I'll be absolutely gutted. So we just can't lose that game. But, of course, I said to you guys, we can't get too ahead of ourselves. We've got to concentrate. The fact of the matter is, we're not through yet. We've still got the second leg of the semi-final to come in this Champions League game. Hopefully we'll get through it, and hopefully we'll manage to go through and win in both legs and also get to that final. Before then, though, we have a game against Newcastle in the Prem. And like I said, not bothered at all about results. We can come here. Newcastle are actually doing very well for themselves, to be honest with you. Sat up in the top 4 at this point in the series, which is mental. So going into this one, not really fussed about the result, although it would be nice to get a win here. I can't say if Newcastle do in fact beat me, I'll be too disheartened. They, of course, ended our unbeaten spree the first time we won the Prem. They were the team to do it, and I was gutted when it happened. I was thinking, I can't believe we've lost the game to Newcastle. In the end, we went on to lose to Spurs anyway. So in all, it didn't really matter. But the fact that Newcastle, I suppose we've got somewhat of a rivalry at this point with them. They've got a very good team. Don't get me wrong. They've still got a decent team. Of course, they're sat in the top 4, so they must have a good enough team to be a top 4 challenge. Whether or not they're good enough to challenge for the title, of course, with ourselves in the league, is yet to be seen. But the fact of the matter is, we're looking here at the last season at Leeds, and it's been an absolute wonderful ride to have. The only issue I've got, if we move clubs, I'm going to miss out on Lou and we're going to miss out on Joel Green. And the chances are we're probably not going to be able to sign either of those guys back to a club that we move to. Because, you know, Joel Green is worth over 100 million at this point, and Lou's probably somewhat near there as well. So it's pretty mental to see the fact that both of those guys is probably going to cost us around 200 million to take them with us. So the chances are then won't be coming. They'll probably be staying here at Leeds. And the likes of Neymar and everyone else, you know, any manager that comes into Leeds for the next part of it, when we, of course, leave this club, is just going to have a field day. They've just got such a good team. They should be winning the Premier League hands down next season, and if not, for the next couple of years, actually, in my opinion. But we'll have to wait and see when we do, in fact, move, if the manager that comes in can actually replicate what we've done here at Elland Road. But we took the lead in this one at St James's Park through Neymar, of course, as I just said to you guys. One of the world's best players at this point in the game, 95 overall, £125 million we spent on him way back in episode number 96. I say way back, it's only 3 episodes, what am I talking about? But, you know, still a very, very good signing for us, and he is, of course, lives up to his expectation, 95 rated. He's just quality, and we managed to get a second goal in this one. It came at the hands of Reece Oxford, who has been an absolute gem for us. I tell you what, when I got Oxford into the team, we obviously got him at something like, I think, a 70-something rating, and we've trained him up at this point to be an 84. He wasn't in my plans. I'm going to be honest with you guys. He was not in the plans to stay here at Leeds. At one point, I was going to sell him on and just get a little bit of profit for him. But in the end, he stayed on at Leeds. He started playing as a CDM. He's then gone to a centre-back. And he has been brilliant for us in a Leeds United shirt. So I'm thrilled to see how Oxford has done here at Leeds. And I am absolutely buzzing to see if we can make him play in that Champions League final and make him a double Champions League winner. Not only that, if we move clubs, the chances are he's coming with me because I really like Reece Oxford. As Neymar gets in to make it 3 in the 90th minute of the game, Newcastle committing men forward at this point. It's so easy when the AI do that sort of stuff, and they've got too many men going forward, and Neymar manages to slot it into the back of the net to make it 3. So a comfortable victory. I said I wasn't bothered about the result here. I was not bothered about the result one little bit, but to get a 3-0 victory in a game where I'm not too fussed, I was more thinking about the Liverpool game. I mean, you can see I sort of played a weaker team. At the same time, I didn't really with Neymar up to what am I talking about? Neymar, a weaker team? Nah, not going to take that for an answer. But thing is, I knew for a fact we just had to play a team that was going to be able to beat Liverpool and then save our team for the Champions League final. That was going to be it, basically, if we did in fact get there. 1-0's a slender advantage, but there always is the likelihood of away goals in that one. So if we do in fact go to Anfield and win it by 2-1, we're still through regardless. So the fact of the matter is, I saw myself with a big advantage because I knew for a fact the away goal is going to be important, and the fact that we're playing it in the second and I haven't conceded an away goal and we have the option to score one is big. And not only that, taking a 1-0 victory to Anfield, yes, please. So we went into that one there, 3-0 victory off the back of 2 very good performances in the Champions League semi-first leg and then in the Premier League there. You can see Reece Oxford, almost an 85 rated centre-back, and he played at CDM for us last season, a couple of games before we obviously got Kante into the team. He's played at centre-back for us this season, and he's been an absolute rock. I can't complain, you know what I'm saying? So there is, I don't know if you've seen on the bottom, the right-hand side of your screen there, Joel Green is at 99 long shots, and he can't grow anymore, which is, of course, expected. You know, you can't get over 100 in FIFA, but if you could, that would be pretty incredible. Could you imagine like an Easter egg where they could get to 100 rated? That would be just mental. But we have the second leg of the Liverpool game coming up here in the Champions League semi-final. So looking as if right now we hold our nerve, we do what we know we can do. Chances are it's going to be a final. But is it going to be against Bayern Munich or will it be against Manchester United? But first, we've got to get past Liverpool, and when you go to Anfield, the atmosphere it creates, obviously it's a game, so I understand that the atmosphere won't be as big, but Anfield is a big atmosphere ground, and the players feed off that. I don't know if you've watched Liverpool recently in real life. The players feed off the atmosphere, man, and that ground, Anfield, is absolutely incredible. There's some, and I understand I'm an Arsenal fan, yes, but man, some atmospheres when you go to grounds are just mental to see, and Anfield's one of them. I mean, Ellen Road's another one. I go there quite well, I wouldn't say quite regularly this season, but been there numerous times, and the atmosphere at Ellen Road never disappoints. I'm sure Anfield, you've seen it numerous times. It looks incredible there. There's so many grounds, and the fans just make it an absolute wonderful experience to see. So I genuinely think that football is one of those games where everybody just comes together, and it's just an immense feeling to be at a ground when a team's playing well. But you can see, enough about that, Eric Dyer's actually in the Liverpool lineup as well today, which is a bit of a weird one, to be honest with you. To get Eric Dyer in from Spurs, questionable signing. I mean, I would have said that Dyer would have probably stayed at Spurs. But however, Liverpool dominated me from the off in this one. 6 minutes in, they got the first chance. Renato Sanchez looking to make up for his error that he had in the first game after giving away the ball to El Ghazi. Takes the strike on, straight at Ludo, and a poor in the air. It was a poor in the end. But, you know, when you go to old teams and when you play against them, there's always going to be that one player that's a former player of them that just has to have their say in the game. They just have to really make the impact. And the thing is, if you remember a few episodes ago, I'm sure we purchased Roberto Firmino for £50 million from Liverpool. What do you know? Roberto Firmino on the end of a Joel Green cross. Liverpool 0, Leeds United 1. It's just written in the script. It's absolutely written in the script. It's just mental. We've obviously did it with Neymar against Barca. We do it again with Roberto Firmino against Liverpool. It's written in the script. It couldn't have gone any other way. I would not have had any other scorer. If I'd have scored with anybody else, I'd have scored no goal and said, nope, not until Firmino gets the winning goal in this game I wouldn't have really done that, but imagine if I did. But it's just written in the script, guys. It had to be Roberto Firmino on his return to Anfield, breaking every single Liverpool fan heart. Of course, there's still a long period of time to go in the game before the game is up, and there still could have been chances for Liverpool to get themselves back in this one of which came in the 30th minute after we had a very good effort here. I was thinking that that's just an incredible strike from Ross Barkley, and then I realised it took a deflection on the way through. It beat Karius, though, and the post had to save Liverpool to stop them going 2-0 down in this one. They did get themselves a chance in the game as they did try and claw themselves way back into it. Renato Sanchez coming close with an absolutely fantastic volley. But in the end, we remained dominant, and we did almost have a second goal. Again, Ross Barkley really tested the keeper with another long shot in this one. Gets it back from Firmino, and this one is so close again. This time, no deflection, but the post is there yet again to deny us the goal that would have surely wrapped this up. But it's 90th minute, guys. Chances are it's wrapped up anyway. What a ball that was by Kante, by the way, into the path of Joel Green. Denied, though, by the keeper. Keeps the score 1-0. 2-0 on aggregate, though. It's safe to say the Champions League final, we are there again. Can we retain the Champions League final? You just have to wait and see in next episode. And also, guys, I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger because we're not going to see who we've got in that Champions League final. You're going to have to wait until next episode until we find out who is in that Champions League final. But it's one of Leeds United versus Bayern Munich, and then the one that would sell out crowds all over the world. Leeds United versus Manchester United. We could be looking at an absolutely wonderful game to end this career off with Leeds in the Champions League final. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are. That'll be up in the next episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. If you could smash that like button, that would be greatly appreciated. As always, thank you all so much for your continued support on the channel, and I will catch you all with another video very soon. Adios!